Hello everyone! Today we're making donuts. Donuts are a real treat. They're soft, sweet, and so delicious. The best part? Making them at home is easier than you think. We'll have fun together in the kitchen. I'll guide you through each step. Soon you'll have warm, homemade donuts. Let's get started.
Before we begin, let me introduce myself. I'm thrilled to have you here today, and I can't wait to share my love for baking with you. I'm Mary Berry, and I love to bake. Baking has been a passion of mine for as long as I can remember. From the first time I mixed flour and sugar together, I knew I had found something special. I've been baking for many years. Over the decades, I've honed my skills, tried countless recipes, and discovered the secrets to creating delicious baked goods. Each time I step into the kitchen, it's a new adventure. I've even shared my passion on television. Baking brings me joy, and being able to share that joy with a wider audience has been one of the highlights of my career. Whether it's on TV or in person, I love teaching others the art of baking. I love sharing that joy with others. There's nothing quite like seeing someone's face light up when they taste something they've baked themselves. It's a wonderful feeling to know that I've helped someone discover the magic of baking. Today, I'll share my tips for perfect donuts. Donuts are a delightful treat, and with a few simple tips, you can make them at home. From getting the dough just right to decorating them beautifully, I'll guide you through each step. Don't worry if you're new to baking. Everyone starts somewhere, and the most important thing is to enjoy the process. Baking is a journey, and every mistake is just a step towards becoming a better baker. We'll take it slow and have fun along the way. Baking should never be stressful. It's about creating something with your own hands and enjoying the experience. So, let's laugh, learn, and bake together. Remember, baking is all about enjoying the process. It's not just about the end result, but the joy of creating something from scratch. So, roll up your sleeves, gather your ingredients, and let's get started on this delicious journey together. First, we'll make our donut dough. It's simpler than you might think. We'll need flour, sugar, yeast, milk, eggs, and butter. Don't be afraid to get your hands messy. That's part of the fun of baking. We'll mix our ingredients in a bowl. Then, we'll knead the dough until it's smooth and springy. This helps develop the gluten, which gives our donuts their lovely texture. Now, let's shape our donuts. This is where the magic begins, transforming simple dough into delightful treats. We'll roll out the dough. Make sure your surface is well floured to prevent sticking. Use a rolling pin to flatten the dough evenly. Then, we'll use a donut cutter to create those classic donut shapes. Press firmly to ensure clean cuts. Don't have a donut cutter? No problem. You can still make perfect donuts with a little creativity. Use 2 different sized cookie cutters. The larger one for the outer ring and the smaller one for the center hole. Remember to save the donut holes. These little bites are a treat on their own. They're just as tasty as the donuts themselves. You can fry them up or bake them for a quick snack. Place the cut donuts on a baking sheet. Arrange them with enough space in between to allow for rising. Let them rise until they're puffy and doubled in size. This step is crucial for achieving that light and airy texture we all love in donuts. Be patient and let the dough work its magic. As the dough rises, you'll notice it becoming soft and pillowy. Gently press it with your fingers. It should spring back slightly. Cover the dough with a clean cloth and place it in a warm spot. This helps the yeast activate and the dough to rise properly. After about an hour, check on your dough. It should have doubled in size and be ready for the next step in your donut making journey. While the dough is rising, you can prepare your oil for frying. Heat it to the right temperature to ensure your donuts cook evenly and get that perfect golden brown color. Once the oil is ready, carefully place the donuts in. Fry them until they're golden brown on both sides, turning them halfway through. After frying, let the donuts drain on paper towels to remove excess oil. Then, transfer them to a cooling rack to cool completely before glazing or decorating. Now comes the fun part, glazing and decorating your donuts. Whether you prefer a simple sugar coating or a more elaborate icing, this is your chance to get creative. And there you have it, beautiful, homemade donuts ready to be enjoyed. Each one a little masterpiece of flavour and fun. Section 5. Frying time. Get ready for a delicious adventure. Now comes the exciting part, frying. This is where the magic happens, transforming our dough into golden, crispy delights. We'll heat some oil in a deep pot. Make sure to use a thermometer to get the oil to the perfect temperature, around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This ensures even cooking and that perfect golden color. Carefully lower each donut into the hot oil. Be gentle to avoid splashes and make sure not to overcrowd the pot. This helps maintain the oil temperature and ensures each donut cooks evenly. Fry them until they're golden brown and cooked through. This usually takes about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Keep an eye on them as they can go from perfect to overdone quickly. Once they're golden, remove the donuts from the oil. Use tongs or a slotted spoon to carefully lift them out, letting any excess oil drip back into the pot. Let them cool on a wire rack. This step is crucial as it allows the donuts to firm up and any residual oil to drain off, giving you that perfect texture. This allows any excess oil to drip off. You don't want your donuts to be greasy, so let them sit for a few minutes. Now, they're ready for the best part. Enjoy your freshly fried donuts while they're still warm. You can dust them with powdered sugar, dip them in glaze, or enjoy them just as they are. Happy frying! Section 6. All about glazes and toppings. Let's talk about glazes and toppings. This is where you can get really creative. A simple glaze can be made with powdered sugar and milk. You can add extracts like vanilla or almond for extra flavour. Chocolate lovers can use melted chocolate for dipping. Don't forget the sprinkles. Rainbow sprinkles, chocolate chips, chopped nuts. The possibilities are endless. Section 7. The joy of homemade donuts. See how much fun it is to make donuts at home? The smell of freshly fried donuts is simply heavenly. But the best part is sharing these treats with loved ones. Imagine their faces when they bite into a warm homemade donut. It's a wonderful feeling to share something you've made with care. Section 8. Troubleshooting tips. Don't worry if your first batch isn't perfect. Even experienced bakers have their off days. If your donuts are too dense, you might need to let the dough rise longer. If they're too greasy, make sure your oil is hot enough. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep trying, and you'll be making delicious donuts in no time. Section 9. Mary's Baking Wisdom. Over the years, I've learned a few things about baking. The most important is to have fun. Don't be afraid to experiment. Add your own personal touch to your baking. Baking should be a joyful experience. So relax, enjoy the process, and don't worry too much about making mistakes. That's how we learn and grow. Section 10. Time to get baking. So, Are you ready to try making your own delicious donuts? I encourage you to give it a go. It's a rewarding experience, and the results are absolutely delicious. Gather your ingredients, put on your apron, and let's get baking. Happy donut making, everyone!